Now, this is the Area Online and Playback High School Football Game of the Week on Eastern Iowa's High School Sports play-by-play leader. Area football from KMCH Sports is brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters and by this week's game sponsors. Now, with all the action, here's KMCH Sports Director John Swisher and company.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome in to Northland High School football field for our Area Online and Playback Game of the Week. John Swisher, Roger Wright, and our spotter and statistician Jim Myshine along tonight for a rainy Friday night, Week 7 of high school football season is here as the Northland Lynx and the Edco Vikings hook up. Both teams are 3-3. The Vikings 2-2 in District 4, good for fourth place in Class A. Northland 1-3 as they are in fifth place, as the Lynx at home 0-2 so far in the season. For Edco on the road, they are 2-1. Edco comes in 134 points for 117 actual points with that 17-point mark for their forfeit win over Starmont last week. They averaged 23 points a game. They give up 18 tonight. Northland comes in 26 points a game average and 17 points against them, as they had a rough one last Friday night, Week 6, in Albert at 46-0 over the Pirates. Coach Jared Collin in his 11th season here, 38-61, says they plain and simple were out coached. They didn't come ready to play, and they hope for much better efforts here tonight against the Edco Vikings. James Ratchford in his 8th season started in 2010, 16-54 with one playoff. As we are getting close to game time here from Northland, Area Online and Playback Game of the Week. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Beaton Bender Manufacturing Incorporated is a family-owned and operated business that has been a worldwide supplier of hydraulic shears and press brakes since 1972. Beaton Bender Manufacturing Incorporated produces shears from 1/8 inch to 1 1/4 inches and press brakes from 20 to 500 ton. Beaton Bender Manufacturing Incorporated in Coggin.
Since 1995, Edgewood Feed Mill Construction has provided customers with a quality, pre-engineered building package for their swine facility needs. Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility, start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Harris at 563-920-7835.
Edgewood Auto and Tire has a mobile tire truck available 24 hours a day for all of your ag, auto, OTR, and semi-tires. Edgewood Auto and Tire. Good luck to the Edco team, coaching staff, and fans. Go Vikings!
This is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, and GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. We have big town inventory with small town service. Go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
Community Insurance is proud to support the Edco Vikings coaching staff and fans. For your auto, farm, business, and home insurance, Community Insurance in Edgewood. Go Vikings!
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
For all of your animal feed and nutrition needs, turn to your local U.S. Feeds dealer, Edgewood Feed Mill. Best of luck to the area athletes and coaching staff from everyone at Edgewood Feed Mill, your U.S. Feed dealer in Edgewood.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi there, this is the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin. You're listening to Area High School Football on Eastern Iowa's high school sports play-by-play leader, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into North Linn High School football field. John Swisher, Roger Wright, along with you. Week 7 of high school football season. We get closer as earlier game time tonight, 6 o'clock. Majority of teams around the area. I know West Delaware and Dubuque-Wahlert starting at 6 to avoid the bad field conditions, and smart move by the ADs that made the choice. Roger Wright, the fine AD of Edco High School, and Mike Hilmer, the AD of the fine AD as well. I don't want to yell that already here. Mike Hilmer, fine AD of North Linn High School as well, as they made the decision of moving it up, and the thought process for this reason, and in case delays came, if you had to wait for heavy rains or lightning, what have you, you have a little more time to work with on a Friday night.
Yeah, our main concern was when we were talking today was lightning. It's been dry enough that most places can take a lot of water, but it looked like that, by the forecast we were reading, that the lightning chances increased about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. So we thought if we could get here and get done and get this game in, because, football's a different beast. It's not like basketball or baseball where you just go and play the next night. You got to have recovery time and things like that. So that was our thought process, and so we'll go with this, and hopefully we'll beat the lightning. If we haven't beaten the rain, but we'll beat the lightning.
Yeah, lightning and the winds and more rain expected later on tonight, as it opened up about 10 minutes ago and really rained hard. Now it's let up here considerably as our game time temperature 68 degrees, feel like of 70, 94% humidity, and winds out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. John, Roger, and Jim, glad to have you along on this Friday night as we take a look at North Linn and Edco. As the band is on the field, we're going to welcome in the North Linn Lynx as the Vikings are out there already on the field getting ready for the kickoff, as it looks like they will kick off to start this game going right to left. So we'll set the North Linn offense. Mason Snicky, left tackle. Left guard is Dylan Bellock, as Tristan Leby, the center. Nathan McEnany, the right guard, and the right tackle, Adam Waskow. Brady Henderson at one, wide receiver. Trevor Cherry at the other one. Carter Johnson is the 6'3", 170-pound junior quarterback. Blake McGraw, the tight end for Coach Collin and company. Quinn Reckermer, the running back, and Ryan Miller, the other running back, 5'10", 150-pound senior. For the defense, for the Edco Vikings, as a defensive tackle, Calvin Himes. David Horseman is the nose tackle. Corey Closer, a defensive tackle. Defensive end, Cal Hager. Max Balls is a linebacker. Another linebacker, Peyton, as Kellen Welsh. Preston Rochford is a quarterback. Spencer Stainer, Ben Ernst, and Logan Himes, the other defensive backs here for the Edco Vikings. Both teams are without players, and for the Edco Vikings, leading tackler Peyton Rochford, as a couple of weeks ago hurt his ankle. He's in a walking boot. 5'7" senior, the oldest son of head coach James Rochford. He is out. Brennan Becker injured his ankle, a torn ligament in his left foot on Wednesday at practice. Both teams going to have to work their way through a little depth issues here tonight, with Rochford missing for Edco and North Linn with Becker, the sophomore. So we'll see how that scenario plays out.
Well, yeah, I think if looking at the stats, I believe those are the leading tacklers on both squads out of the linebacker position, and it's probably, defensively is going to be a tough replacement. They both do things on offense. The film that I've watched on North Linn, Becker seemed to run the ball real well, and Peyton Rochford is certainly an integral part of what Edco tries to do on offense as well.
As Brennan Becker, the second leading tackler on the team for the North Linn Lynx, but you're right about Peyton Rochford, the number one guy coming in, as he got hurt in that Wapsie Valley game. The Vikings getting that forfeit last Friday night against Sarmont, 17-0, as we get ready for this one here tonight. Edco will kick off going right to left, as we'll take a look at returning here for the North Linn Lynx. Ryan Miller will be back, along with Brady Henderson, the 5'7" junior for the Lynx, as they'll get the ball going left to right to start. course, when you have rainy, wet conditions, taking care of that ball is always going to be an important obstacle here tonight for both offenses.
Well, I think probably the old football adage comes into play. If both coaches would take that, if every series ended with a kick, they're going to be very happy tonight, I think.
And the kickoff here going right to left off the foot of Spencer Stainer. Be taken by Miller.
I think that's an inadvertent whistle right away.
Did they think he
stepped out of bounds?
Or called for he wouldn't do that on a kickoff. I'm not sure what the whistle was there, but we're going to re-kick. I think you're right.
I didn't know there were do-overs in football.
Oh, there is right now today. Our start time was 6:06. Make it 6:07 now officially here tonight. As I don't think I've ever seen that. Whitehead?
I thought it came from over there. I wonder if Miller was pretty close to the hash over there, and all he did was see the white line and blew it dead because Stainer angled the kick to try and pin him against the sideline.
Kicking off here, 10 kickoffs, 1,072 yards, 17 per kickoff so far on the year for Spencer Stainer. Should say 22 kickoffs for 1,017 yards, 5 touchbacks on the season for Spencer Stainer. The kicker for Edco is now we're ready to go. As Henderson and Miller are patiently awaiting again. As Stainer gets the whistle on the go-ahead, and now it's a ground ball, a kick. It'll be touched and down inside the 35-yard line. That's where the Lynx will take shot. Austin Miller and also Lynx number 40 there, Andrew Pfeiffer, down it inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 going left to right. As Carter Johnson, 40 of 62 passing, 466 yards, 11.7 per completion on the year. 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Here's a trips far side. This is going to be a snap to Johnson, a high snap. He gets it, rolls right, and getting in there and making the takedown tackle for Edco is Calvin Himes, a 6'2", 185-pound senior, as he made the takedown there for the Vikings. And a loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 13 here as the ball is just outside the 30-yard line. 11.5 to go here in this first quarter of play. A 5-3 defensive lineup for Edco. They switch it up to a 4-3, a 4-4 once in a while. As a shotgun again, trips on the far side, alongside the field. Johnson looked to throw. Now he's scrambling with white jerseys all around. He's going to be taken down in the backfield. First to get him was the Vikings, number 14, Killian Welsh, coming in and making the takedown. And the Lynx having troubles right out of the gate. A loss of 6 on the play that time. That'll be a 3rd down and about 20 here, 10:50 and counting. And that was the issue last week against Albert Ed. Had troubles of blocking.
Yeah, Edco on both possession or both snaps has gotten very good penetration both ways. Welsh spun out of it, blocked there right into the quarterback.
A lot of rollout tonight, Coach Callum tells us. Here's a pass to the far side, intended on that far side to the receiver for the Lynx, Trevor Cherry. The 5'9", 145-pound senior is just outside of his reach, as he might have been out of bounds anyway if he was able to caught it. It would have been much of a gain. Incomplete pass, 4th down. And the cab ride to Walker here. 10:35 to go in this quarter number 1. We go left to right, back to punt. It is Ryan Miller. As Miller, 17 punts, 509 yards on the season, 30 yards per punt as long as it's 55. He punts this one and is fair caught at about the 43-yard line. And caught there by Spencer Stainer. That's where Edco will take over. So good field position to start here at the Lynx 43 as the Vikings go right to left.
Good play there by Stainer with the wet ball. One thing I was noticing in warm-ups, too, Miller takes several steps into his punt. It's going to be kind of questionable, as good a runner as he is, if we have a collision back there on the punt block situation too.
As the Vikings come out with one receiver near side. Full house backfield as a handoff to the third man. The third man through. That's the go-to running back, Preston Rochford. Got the handoff from Ethan Stryker, the 5'9 junior quarterback. Preston Rochford, 5'11", 175-pound junior, as coming in and making the takedown tackle that time was Nathan McEnany for the Lynx. A gain of 2, be second down and 8. Ball is on the 41-yard line. Preston Rochford, 71 carries for 503 yards, 7.1 a touch, 6 touchdowns on the year. Same formation. The ball is dropped right away. A scrum for it as now whistles come. A fight for the ball. We'll see who was able to come up with it. And the near side official says Edco, and Ben Ernst jumped on that one. And there we talk about it right away. That ball is going to be slippery. It rained hard. But the ground is very wet right now. Loss of 3 on the play. Be third down 11. Ball's on the 44-yard line.
Yeah, the quarterbacks have to make sure they ride the center forward no matter what the play call is, because it's not like you're going to get it on the edge of your fingertips tonight and it's going to stay in your hand.
Full house again here with Stryker under center. Stryker, little pitch, option pitch left side, trying to get to the 45-yard line, and just does as Preston Rochford, before he's wrapped up and taken down by Ryan Miller, the 5'10", 150-pound senior. 35 tackles on the year, 1 tackle for a loss. Might be a second tackle for a loss right there, as it was indeed a loss of 1. Fourth down 11 from the 44. Spencer Stainer will be back to punt it away here. Stainer, 7 for 184 yards, 26 per punt on the year, as long as it's 53 yards. As he's at the 45-yard line. And he'll boot this one away. Miller chases it. It's going to bomb down inside the 10. All the way near the goal line, trying to bat it out. Cannot do it. Valiant effort, though. Hustling down there was Rochford. Preston Rochford with the great hustle. That time just could not get the ball out before he touched the goal line with his foot. And the Lynx will take over at their own 20-yard line, going left to right. So 2 possessions for each offense, 1 possession each for each offense here. And not much doing. Defenses are coming out here. Takes a little bit of time to settle in when you haven't played in these conditions.
Yeah, it's just a question. It's ball hand. Both teams have had trouble with their ball handling, and when you start with that half a step behind, it's not going to work very well.
Yeah, how important ball security issues are here tonight. And there's a nice run off the far side. That is Miller shaking and baking, 45-50. He's got 1 man to beat and tripped up and dragged down across the 40-yard line. Getting to him and bringing him down is the Edco Viking Logan Himes, 6'2", 190-pound junior, one of the leading tacklers with 28 on the year. And a nice there by Ryan Miller as they pick up a 41 yards on the play. 1st and 10 Lynx, their first down of the night. 8:15 and counting here in quarter number 1. As the handoff right up the middle, Quinn Reckemer scurries his way past the 35-yard line, down at about the 32, as tripped up and taken down by Rochford. Preston Rochford, 24 tackles, one of the leading tacklers for the Vikings. Gain of 7. 2nd down and 3 here as the ball is on the, looks like the 31-yard line. As the Lynx under center, Carter Johnson, junior quarterback, going to hand off, 2nd man through. That's why Ryan Miller goes left, goes right back up the left hash, and taken down inside the 30-yard line, close to the 26. He'll get enough for the 1st down. So the 2nd first down of the game here for the Lynx is a gain of 3 on the play. As coming in and making was close to the gain too, wasn't it? As Ben Ernst making the tackle that time.
So Northland's just lining up in their base eye, and they ran off tackle twice and a fullback dive to the left.
2 receivers, 1 each side. Johnson will pull out. 2nd man through, it's Miller. As he sidesteps over the 25-yard line, gets close to the 20, as they'll mark it right outside the 20-yard line. Is coming in and making the play that time for the Vikings is Parker Rochford, the 5'8" freshman, the youngest son of James Rochford, gain of 6 on the play.
Actually, there's one in elementary yet. He's the youngest one in high school.
Youngest one in high school. That's
the youngest one in high school.
I was about ready to ask you, is there another one?
Yeah, there's another one. There's a 5th grader.
And 2nd down and 3 from the 20. 6.5 to go. Here's some movement. Miller goes in the backfield, causes the defense to jump a little bit. But the false start going to come. That's our first penalty.
No.
What do we have?
We got an offside.
Oh, wow. Crutchman on the defense is the call. They jumped over the line, and then Miller went into gear. I thought it happened the other way around as I looked up late, but Miller was just going off the defense, huh?
Yeah.
And they jumped the gun there, and the call is on Edco. The first down here, ball is on the 15-yard line. 6-10 in counting. And it's going to be Wackemer with the carry as across the 10-yard line, down inside the 10 there. As coming up is Rochford, Preston Rochford with the tackle. Gain of about 6 on the play. As a 2nd down at about 4 here. Ball is on the 9-yard line. 5:50 and counting here in the first quarter. No score. Battle these two Class A District 4 teams. In week 7 of the high school football season, Johnson is under center, has 3 receivers.
No,
as there is
funny to me.
Yes, Miller.
Everybody but the center went.
Miller got the ball, goes off right tackle, and dropped down. As coming in and making the takedown that time is Killian Wells, a loss of 1 of the play. So 3rd down at 5. Ball's on the 10-yard line now. 5:10 and counting.
I don't know if he just snapped it slow or what, but the whole left side of the line was gone before the quarterback or center, either one, moved.
Center Tristan Leby, 5'9" sophomore.
And it's possible that the ball slipped in his hand when he went to make the motion as well.
Could be. Johnson goes left side now. Miller, nice shifty moves, right to left, back, all the way to the corner of the end zone. Does he get in? He does. Touchdown. Touchdown, Lynch. He's up on the board first. A 10-yard touchdown run by Ryan Miller. And a Lynch strike first here with 4:50 to go in the quarter number 1.
That was just an outside ISO play, and Miller did a nice job of showing inside, and then he put his right foot in the ground and just cut right to the pylon.
So Ryan Miller gets his team on the scoreboard with the run right to left, as Miller will come on and attempt the extra point here. As Miller 7 of 9 on the season, that one is up and right through, as 8 of 10 now on the season for Ryan Miller in the PAT category in the Lynx lead. 7-0, 4:50 to go, quarter 1. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Clayton Drug is your full-service retail pharmacy with free delivery to Strawberry Point and the Edgewood areas. They take pride in providing you with the best service possible. Stop by Clayton Drug, located at 104 Mission Street in Strawberry Point, and be sure to like them on Facebook.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance in Manchester. When you need service, call us. If it's time for a new appliance, we have the selection you're looking for. Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, 111 West Main Street in Manchester. Or find us online at gateway.biz. That's G, the number 8, WAY.biz, and on Facebook.
Eastern Iowa Sports Station. Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into Northland High School football field. The Lynx on the scoreboard. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 and a 10-yard touchdown run by Ryan Miller. The PAT by Miller is good for the 7-0 lead. As the Lynx will kick off going left to right. As doing the honors is Miller as it bounds down at the 33-yard line. Picked up at the 30 by Rochford. Preston Rochford gets knocked out of bounds. The first to touch him for the Lynx there is Ryan Miller, the 5'10 senior. As a 12-yard return that time for Rochford, as the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 going right to left. as the ball will be marked down after it's dried off at the 43-yard line. Senior night here, honoring the 5 seniors. What could be the final home contest of the year, depending on what happens with the Starmont game next Friday night for homecoming. Here's a handoff to the first man through, as that is Welsh, Killian Welsh, the ball carrier that time. The 5'7", 170-pound senior. Reckenberg gets in there and gets the credit for the tackle. Gain of 4, second down 6 from the 47. 4:25 and counting. Lynx with the 7-point advantage. Same full house backfield, but first we got an official timeout for equipment as one of the linebackers there for the Lynx. His helmet came unstrapped. And they'll tend to that. Took care of Nick Carruthers. Right chin strap snap, and we're ready to go. Second down 6, right to left. Here is Rochford with the handoff to the first man through, and he is wrestled down shy of the 50-yard line as, again, it's Welsh. And, boy, it looked like a wrestler there, whoever it was, and it was Nathan McEnany, a 5'10", 215-pound sophomore, gain of 1 on the play. They're down about 6 now for the 47. So the Vikings come back out. One receiver on the far side this time. Split out is Spencer Stainer. 5 catches for 40 yards, 8 per catch on the year for Stainer. One receiver set, and they go right to Stainer, and he almost had it. It was a higher throw. He had to go above his helmet, almost had it in. He had the defender hit him at the same time as applying the pressure. That time was Brady Henderson, as not able to hold on to it for the incomplete pass. We 4th down and 5 here for the Vikings from the 48.
Just a one-step drop there by Stryker, and he had to get rid of it quick, and it sailed on him just a little bit. The pattern was there. He cut him off, but
Stryker, 589 yards thrown on the year, 16 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns, 6 INTs. And now
this is the second time they've shifted. It's actually Stryker punting.
And Stryker will get it blocked, as getting in there is McEnany. Nathan McEnany. It's picked up at about the 22-yard line by Josh Smith, off and running. Josh Smith, that is his second fumble recovery of the game, we'll call it, of the year, I should say, is getting in there and knocking away, as we said, was Nathan McEnany. And the 22-yard scamper after the punt recovery was Josh Smith. As what a play there by North Linn. You can see great penetration. 3 Burgundy jerseys got in there and got the block.
And they came right up the middle, so it was the shortest distance. We've got a flag on the play. If I was guessing, I would say it was something with a sideline warning. But
so the punt block and the recovery. McEnany with the...
Although they're meeting a long time, if it's a sideline warning, I would think that would be an easy call.
McEnany with the block. The recovery was by Smith. And officials still conferring between the two teams down near the goal line. On the sideline, official was talking to Coach Collin, and now he's being waved on by the white hat head referee. And now both teams are being told to go to their sidelines here.
Wow. I don't know if it had to be something right at the end of the coat or end of the box. And I don't know if it means they're taking so long if somebody on the sideline made contact with an Edco kid that was coming back. I don't know. I did not see it, but anything. I mean, I thought when he threw the flag, I thought it was just going to be a regular sideline warning, but that's it is a sideline warning.
Touchdown is good. It was called on Edco, the sideline warning. You were absolutely right. Good eyes spot on that one, Raj.
Well, I wonder if they were just talking about when the penalty should be assessed, if it calls a touchdown back or that. So they made that. I think that was what their huddle was about. So
the Lynx touchdown does stand right now. It's 13-0 with the extra point coming here. So the 22-yard pickup after the punt block. McEnany with the block again. Josh Smith with the recovery and in for the touchdown. As the Lynx back out there and ready for this extra point, Ryan Miller will do the honors. He made his first extra point after he scored that 10-yard touchdown run. 8 of 10 on the season in the point after attempts. The other kicker, Josh Smith, is 4 of 10. He just ran that ball in for the touchdown. The snap by Austin Miller. It's a high snap. He's going to pitch it back to his older brother, Ryan. Ryan's running right side, trying to get in the corner of the end zone, and he will not. Pushed out of bounds and denied of the end zone there for the 2-point conversion. No good. 13-0 is our score. 3:23 to go in the first quarter. We'll keep it right here.
I think it was Spencer Stainer made that play on the edge. It was either him or Parker Rochford. It was definitely a 2 and a defensive back. So
Spencer Stainer, 11 tackles on the year, the 5'11", 165-pound sophomore. And North Linn, they've got the momentum on their side right now. And the home crowd, what the Vikings got to do to respond here?
Well, the big thing that the Edco's got to do is they got to have a clean series on offense. You know, the first series they laid it on the ground once and had a bobbled snap, and then the block punt. You know, obviously they turned that into points, so that's basically a turnover. So it was like we were talking earlier in the game, is the ball handling when the ball is wet is just critical, and Edco gets that cleaned up and then can move the ball on the ground there, they'll be in good shape here.
There's 3:23 to go here in this first quarter, 13-0. I want to thank our area sponsors, Edco and North Linn Flavor, Beaton Better Manufacturing, Ellis Implement and Outdoor, Silver Edge Co-op, Prestige Spa, Miss Marie's Vintage Decor, also Leonard Muller Funeral Home, as Edgewood Feed Mill, Edgewood Auto and Tire, Community Insurance, Clayton Drug, Blooms, Floral and Gifts, and Pike County Disposal, as the Lynx will kick off here. As they'll kick off, penalty being assessed here.
15-yard penalty on that sideline violation.
On the Lynx, that's right. And so they'll kick off from their own 25 as that sideline warning called on North Linn. Talked about, but the touchdown stood on the 22-yard punt block pickup by Josh Smith after the block by McEnany. Miller will kick it off left to right. 13-0 Lynx, 3:23 to go, quarter one. Miller boots this one in the air. It's over the head of Rochford. It bounced down inside the 30-yard line. He will finally get to it right at the 20. He picks it up and takes it almost back to the 30. But right before he gets back there, he is wrapped up and taken down by the Lynx, Andrew Pfeiffer, the 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. And here comes the Edco offense. A return of 9 yards there for Rochford before he's taken down. 3:19 to go here in the first quarter. 13-0 Lynx. It's a good start here, both offense and then defense with the punt block for the Lynx. And here's the full house backfield as Stryker under center. The man in motion, Ernst going right to left, hands off to the third man through, and not getting much of anything there is the running back. Josh Smith gets in there for the tackle as Smith for the loss of 4 on the play.
Well, with the tailback counter there, and North Linn shot a gap and met Rochford and Stryker about at the point of where the handoff was going to take.
As now, here's a handoff left side going right to left. That is Welsh this time. Killian Welsh got the carry. The 5'7", 100-pound senior. Quinn Reckermer getting in for the takedown. Has a gain of 4 on the play. We'll get those yards back. Be 3rd down and 10. 2:25 and counting. Ball's on the Viking 29-yard line. 13-0 North Linn with the lead. Here in this Week 7 matchup, North Linn and Edco. One split receiver off the far side. Full house backfield under center. Stryker. He'll roll out, fake the handoff, and fire down the field. Stainer fighting with Brady Henderson, and the penalty marker comes in for the back judge. As the either hold or pass interference, you think would be the call here.
Either way, it should be a first down, I would think.
Edco still looking for their first down offensively of the night. As the officials meeting at midfield, And the head referee indicating a hold that is on the Lynx. That'll be the first penalty of the contest for the Lynx. Now one for each team. The Vikings will get their first down of the night there. See if they can use this to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's a big play for Edco because they need to sustain something on offense here, and they haven't been able to do it on the ground yet.
As first down and 10 from the 29. 2:02 to go here in quarter one. One receiver that far side is Stainer as rolling out right side, still looking, and throwing up. It's tipped and knocked away by the Lynx. One of the Lynx supplying the pressure, got a paw up there and knocked it down. Josh Smith, they're giving credit to for the bat away of the ball. Be second down and 10. There's the official postseason about ready to get underway in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., right? With the Chicago Cubs, the defending World Series champion Chicago Cubs taking on the Washington Nationals tonight. Going right to left, here's the handoff to Ernst as he climbs his way to the 35-yard line, climbing on his back and taking him down. A litter of Lynx there is Ernst, the ball carrier, and the first one to jump on and hold on there for the Lynx was Adam Waskow, the 6'6", 170-pound senior. Gain of 6 on the play. Be third down and 4 from the 45, $1:30 and counting here in quarter number 1. Boy, it was a quick those quarters.
So those two scores I saw last night were just figments of my imagination. Huh?
You are correct. The official postseason tonight. With your Dodgers.
I believe it's about, I think it's 10:30
no,
Eastern.
You're wrong. It's 6:31 Iowa time.
Okay. 9:30 Iowa time. I got it.
Nope, you're off by 3 hours, Ron. Killian Welsh, the ball carrier, as this will go back and forth all night long, folks. Nathan McEnany with the takedown there. As the Dodger fan to my extreme left and to my immediate left, a Cardinal fan. He can't say too much right now. Not just because he doesn't have a mic on. As Jim, a beloved Cardinal fan.
I do want to publicly thank you for sending me the text here about 3 weeks ago when the Dodgers were about 1-13 or something, and then they won 4 in a row after you sent me that text.
I had to, because that's all I heard all season long from you and Logan was how great the Dodgers were and their stats and what records they were setting. And
that was a 2-month stretch. They were a pretty good team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with Kershaw not throwing in the middle of a lot of that.
They are a very good team. And measurement here, timeout for measurement, and it'll be a 4th and 1 after measurement. So the Vikings going for their second first down of the night. See if the Lynx can prevent them from getting it with the 1:03 on the clock here in quarter number 1. Your side receiver, it's Stainer, full house backfield, and Stryker is under center. Stryker going to hand off, third man through. That's Rochford. He gets past the 50-yard line, plenty for the first down. Finally tripped up and taken down. The second first down of the Vikings is coming in, making that tackle is Quinn Reckerber. It's Reckerber, the middle linebacker. He's got 40 tackles on the year. He leads the way for this Northland defense. 9 tackles for a loss and 1 sack on the season. A gain of 6 on the play. It's good for that first down. 1st and 10. Ball's on the Lynx 47-yard line. 45 seconds and counting as the Vikings go right to left. 3 receivers, 2 on the far side. Fake the handoff. Not going to throw left side. It's almost caught, but not able to hold on to it. And a flag comes out as Logan Himes, and then pushing Himes, Blake McGraw there, as after he's not able to hang on to it, just a little push by McGraw on the sideline. A little push. It did not feel so little to the man who hit the deck, and Himes, of course. And I think that's just going to be a penalty on that play right there. So unsportsmanlike, huh?
Yep. Personal foul. They didn't call it unsportsmanlike.
Okay, personal foul. Unnecessary roughness called there for the second penalty of the game on the Lynx. So 1 flag so far on Edco, 2 for Northland. Going right to left. This is Stryker handing off and bouncing right. Now coming back left. Big bear hug and brought down is Preston Rochford. Coming in and making the tackle that time was Dylan Belloc. Belloc, 5'10", 205-pound senior, 10 tackles on the season for the defensive tackle. A gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 now as the ball is on the 31-yard line, and then we'll do it here, I would think.
I would be surprised if the ball snapped here.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
3 seconds on the clock. He's going to try to snap it. He does get it off. Stryker rolls out left side. On the left hash, he's going to throw it right side. Right on the right hash, caught by Rochford. He looks up on the sideline, gets a quarter turn, but there's a penalty mark on the play as he scampers all the way in for the end zone.
It's going to be a block in the back.
It appears that way, calling that far side, but the linesman there right in front of the Edco sideline as the 31-yard catch and run on hold right now, as it looks like the penalty going to be on the Vikings here. And that'll be their second penalty if it holds true. And it will be. Block in the back is called as the penalty there on the Vikings is their second on the night. As the officials sorting things out here, that should be the end of the quarter, though.
I think they got to run an untimed down. I don't think it can end on a penalty.
For the offensive, on the offense?
I think so.
I think he just called into the quarter.
Oh, yeah, then I'm wrong.
It's only on the defense, I believe.
There
is the end of the first quarter. We go to the second. 13-0 North Linn. The home lead here on week number 7. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Anderson is the leader in doors and windows. They set the bar high with high-performing, dependable, energy-efficient products for your renovation and building projects. Contact your local vendor, Delhi Lumber, at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, big-town quality with small-town service.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you for residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs. Lennox furnaces and heating units. See on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dolphin, voice of the Hawkeyes, and you're listening to the High School Football Area Game of the Week with John Swisher on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
The ball going left to right now to start quarter number 2 with North Linn leading this game 13-0 after the 31-yard touchdown call back after a push in the back on the Vikings. 2nd down and 19 to play off the right side as coming in Reckermer with the takedown of Rochford and a short gain on the play of gain of 4. Be 3rd down at 15 now. Ball's on the 37-yard line as the Vikings march here left to right with a 4-receiver set. Twins each side. One in the backfield in the shotgun. Next to Stryker is the running back, Welsh. As this is Stryker looking middle. Now throwing right side. It's going to be incomplete as Ryan Miller and also Preston Rochford fighting for position in that ball. Got hands on it, did Rochford, but could not haul that one in near out of bounds as well. It'll be 4th down and 15 here for the Vikings as they're on the Lynx 37. Looks like they're going for it here. Or will he punt it from this formation? In shotgun, 4 receivers.
I haven't seen him punt it. I'm not going to say that he won't.
Going right to left. And looks like he's going to roll out. Running left side, going to throw on the run. And had a man there, but coming at the last second, knocking that ball away. Great heads-up move by the defensive player. That's Carter Johnson, the quarterback of the offensive side for the Lynx. As Johnson with 25 tackles on the year, the 6'3" junior came in and denied of that receiving target there, knocked it away, and the Lynx will take over 1st and 10. Had a nice play set up, but a nice play by Johnson for the Lynx.
Yeah, obviously the penalty just killed that drive because you had the ball in the end zone, and it gets called back on the block in the back.
First down at 10, going right to left on their own 37. Johnson under center with two receivers, one each side. Going to hand off, first man through, getting past the 40, and now to the 45-yard line. Ryan Miller found a little gap there for a 5-yard gain. Is getting in there for the tackle was Logan Himes. 28 tackles on the year, 6'2", 190-pound junior, gain of 8. Second down and short here from the 46-yard line as Johnson will be on the left side, and they're running the Wildcat here with Miller in the quarterback position as he's lined up on the 40-yard line. High snap. He's hit a batted back down to himself, almost taken down, nearly wrapped up by one of the linebackers, Welsh. Now twirls and gets up back to the almost close to the line of scrimmage. As getting in there and making the tackle is Preston Rochford as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, doesn't he?
Yeah, the stick didn't move anyway.
So no gain on the play is the call. Be third down at about 2 here from the 46, 9:55 and counting, quarter number 2. 13-0 North Linn. Both of their scores coming in the first quarter. Offensively for one, Ryan Miller with a 10-yard touchdown. And then a punt block and a 22-yard scamper by Josh Smith. Throw over the middle, intended right at the 40-yard line by the receiver Blake McGraw, the tight end. Out past his hands as Preston Rochford supplying the defensive coverage there as the quarterback for Edco. And that'll be a fourth down and about 2 here with 9:41 on the clock. Stopped after the incomplete pass. As the wind picking up a little bit, blowing that light rain, it appears. As going right to left on the Langston going for it here. Down under center is Johnson showing blitzing linebackers. And the handoff in the backfield, no chance for Miller. That was a tough play. Getting in there, Welsh. Welsh might have tripped him up. Also in there was Cal Hager, number 7. And also involved was Max Balls, 7 tackles on the year for Balls, a 5'7", 180-pound sophomore, loss of 3 on the play. So a good defensive stop that time for Edco as North Linn went for it, 4th and 2.
Yeah, they sent 2 backers right up the chute, and one of them got home, and that was the difference in that play. Miller wasn't able to get going.
Going left to right, full house backfield. Edco has the ball. Here is a toss sweep going left. Going right to left, I should say. Gets the quarter turned out there and trying to get past the 40-yard line, and he does. Down inside the 40, about the 38 is Rochford. As down on that far sideline, coming in and making the tackle for the Lynx that time is Ryan Miller on that far side. As a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be a second down at about 4 here as the ball is on the 38-yard line. 9:29 to go here in the first half of play. As a near side receiver on the right hash is Stainer. Man in motion, Ernst left to right, hand off up the middle. And Welsh gets the carry and taken down by Quinn Reckermer. Reckermer with the tackle that time, and a gain of about 1 on the play. Second down at about 4 or so. We're showing second on the board and third on the chains over there. Should be third down there at switch. Third down at 4, they call it now, from the 37. Going left to right. Stainer is split out far left side in front of the Edco sideline. As here's a handoff going right to left. Side steps. The hash is Ernst. Gets all the way down inside the 25-yard line. They'll mark him down at about the 24, 23. It'd be good for a first down. The third first down of the night for the Edco offense. Coming in with the tackle was Josh Smith for the Lynx. First and 10 here for Edco. 8:45 to go, quarter number 2. As a 13-yard gain on the play that time for Ben Ernst.
Yeah, that was a lead back with Welsh leading for the power back, Ernst there, and Rochford going the other way, so it messed up the linebacker's keys.
There's a sweep right side to the near side, gets past the right hash and down inside the 20-yard line. Trying to get to the 15, denied is Rochford. We have a penalty come out on the play. Is getting in there for the takedown that time was Carter Johnson. We'll see what the penalty is. Looks like a hold on the Vikings, and it is. as the third penalty called on the Vikings. We've seen 5 so far in this game, 3 on Edco, 2 on North Linn. As you, for the Vikings, you hate to see that, as much as the offense has struggled here and there so far. Another penalty brings back some yardage that you had.
It's hard to, when you get behind the chains and weather like this, it's hard anytime, but your playbook is a little bit limited, especially with the, looks like a squall's going through now. The wind's, rain's kind of going where mist is going sideways. And
first down at 18 here as Rochford goes off right side, and Smith grabbed on, cannot hang on to his jersey, be taken down before the sideline there by the Lynx, as gets a short gain on the play, be a second down. As also getting in there to Reckemer as a gain of about 2 on the play. Second down and 15 from the 27 here as the Vikings head left to right. With 7.5 to go in this second quarter. North Linn leads this game 13-0. Area online and playback game of the week, week 7. Edco at North Linn. Here's a pass left side, knocked down. As Adam Waskow knocks that one down, the tall defensive end, 6'6", 170-pound senior, 21 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, and 2 sacks on the year. He batted that ball down on the left side that time. And third down at 15 will be for the Vikings.
Yeah, that's a awful big defensive end to try and get a swing pass over when he got upfield.
Rochford and Stainer split near side. 2 receivers on the far side as well. One in the backfield with Stryker as well to his left. Stryker looking left, now looking right. He's going to throw it right, and going up for it is Stainer. Stainer cannot haul it in bounds, and it did bounce away from him and lands next to the picket fence here, as going up against 2 North Linn defenders there is Miller and also Henderson there for the defensive coverage for the Lynx, as it will be a fourth down at 15 now here for Edco from the Lynx 27. 7:18 to go here in the first half. And the shotgun is Stryker. 3 receivers. Looking middle. Now going to throw right side, and it's incomplete as Nick Carruthers with the defensive coverage trying to get it to Logan Himes there was Stryker. And another turnover on downs, as taking over here will be the Lynx going right to left. So another, here we call it missed opportunity, not in the red zone, but close, and had another penalty there for the Vikings on this last offensive set.
Yeah, because you went from second and about 3 or 4 to first and 20, and that was the downfall of that drive.
14 to go in the second quarter, 13-0 Legs. And off here, Johnson to Miller. Had a Viking grab a hold of his jersey and then able to scurry away from that to be brought down around the 30-yard line by number 2. That's Rochford, as Preston Rochford makes the tackle that time. And a gain of 2 yards as well. Second down, about 8 now from the 30-yard line. Going right to left. North Linn with the 13-point advantage. As a 1 receiver set off the far side. And Johnson will hand off. Second man through is Miller. Got through a hole, grabbed onto, and brought down just past the 35-yard line. As coming in again, making another tackle is Preston Rochford. 24 tackles on the year for Rochford, 5'11", 175-pound junior. And 6 yards on the game. It'll be third down at about 1 here with 30. The ball on the 36. 6:05 and counting. Near side receiver, that's Henderson. Under center is Johnson. He's going to hand it off to Reckemer. Reckemer gets it over the 35-yard line. Going to be down to about the 38 as Quinn Reckemer, the 5'10", 190-pound junior running back, coming in. Killian Welsh with the tackle. Reckemer, 17 carries for 59 yards, 3.5 a touch on the year. 1 touchdown for the junior running back, Quinn Reckemer. Coach Collin Reckerber may look to play after high school, only a junior right now, maybe D3, D2 type level player, as Miller goes right to left and is brought down as he just gets past the 40-yard line. As coming in and getting the credit for the tackle that time, Logan Himes. Right on the 40-yard line after the gain of 2. Second down and 8, 5:15 and counting. The 13-0 lead for North Linn here. They scored the touchdown by Miller with 4:50 to go in the first quarter. And then that 22-yard run by Smith after the block punt with 3:23 to go in quarter one. Here's two blitzing linebackers again. Miller working his way right to left and to the 45-yard line. It would be just over the 45 for white jerseys get a touch of him and take him down. And that time bringing him down for the Vikings is Parker Rochford, the 5'8" freshman, after a gain of 6. So the third down and about 3 here from the 45-yard line with 4.5 to go in the second quarter. One receiver near side is Trevor Cherry, 5'9" senior, one of the 5 seniors honored here tonight. And that's going to be a flag on that far side. Looks like the defensive end. He's claiming he jumped a little, got back, as it looks like it's on Crozier over there on that left side. And it'll be another penalty on Edco, their 4th of the ball game.
Yeah, I was trying to time the snap there and listening to the quarterback instead of watching the football, and gave him 5 free yards.
Third first down of the night for the Lynx, as Johnson, no handoff there. He kept it and goes on the keeper left side. He scurries his way all the way down inside the 45-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 45 before the Vikings get to him in the form of Tanner Paul, a 6-foot senior 150-pounder. Has a gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4. Ball is on the Viking 44-yard line. Going right to left are the Lynx with 3:47 counting here in this second quarter. There's one receiver near side. Here's Miller again, spinning, twisting, and turning his way down inside the 40-yard line, and brought down that time by the Vikings, or Parker Rochford, thank you, the 5'8" freshman. He stepped up here and filled in the absence so far in the tackle department with his brother Braden.
Yeah. I mean, the basic shift that Edco has made is Preston has went into linebacker and they moved their safety to corner and brought Parker in as the safety.
One receiver far side, 1st and 10 from the 39. Here is Miller shifting his way right to left, just bouncing off of the yard lines there, and just so light on his feet. Ryan Miller is down inside the 35-yard line. What a talented athlete he is. At the 33, they mark him down after the wrap up there by the defense. Ben Ernst comes in and gets credit for the tackle. Another first down, be the 4th first down of the game here for the Lynx, as a gain of 6 on the play. As second down, Reckerber runs left to right, comes back middle, and then taken down by a host of Vikings there, as it will give them forward progress down inside the 30-yard line, about the 29, as getting credit for that tackle that time is Corey Crozier, the 5'10", 200-pound senior, as a 3-yard gain on the play.
This is a big drive for both teams because Edco will receive the second half kickoff, and if they can keep them out of the end zone here, keep them from scoring, they're right there. Whereas if North Linn punches this in, it's going to, a big difference between 20-0 and 13-0.
Timeout here on the field for measurement, as a first down is called by the head referee, as the Lynx will earn their 5th first down of the night. No score yet in the Cubs game. They're in the top of the second inning in Washington, and a walk there. Cubs have a runner on. No score yet. Cubs and Nationals in game 1 of the DS tonight. As the Dodgers and Diamondbacks coming on later on tonight. 9:31 Iowa time is the scheduled start time as Miller gets a handoff going left to right. Tripped up and held on to a little bit first.
Parker Rochford again.
By Rochford, then coming in to finish him off was another Edco Viking player, a loss of 1 on the play. As it'll be second down to about 11 from the 30, just outside the 30-yard line. And it looks like North Linn will call a timeout here, and they will. North Linn will take their first timeout of the game with 1:49 to go in quarter number 2. 13-0 Lynx. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Ellis Implement and Outdoor LLC in Coggin is your local supplier for farm equipment, offering parts, sales, and service since 1937. Ellis Implement and Outdoor LLC carries Bad Boy zero trim mowers and woods equipment. See Ellis Implement and Outdoor LLC in Coggin for all of your harvest needs.
Family fun and great food await you at Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar. Come out for a fun night of bowling or watch the big game on their 10-foot HD big screen. And of course, great food and your favorite beverages. Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar on East Main in Manchester.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Second down 11 here for the Lynx, going right to left. Ball's on the 30, outside the 30-yard line. 1:49 to go here in the first half. Johnson rolls out, going to throw back left side, and just cannot hang on to that one. Down out of the reach of Blake McGraw, the 5'11 tight end, as he heard the footsteps coming of Logan Himes for the Edco defense as well. Be a third down and 11, just a little too high to reach up in that cookie jar that time for McGraw.
Yeah, they're running the screen there. Although Himes had it would have been one-on-one, but Himes had it sniffed down pretty good because he was coming untouched. He had avoided all the Lynx blockers there.
1:44 on the clock here. Quarter number 2, Lynx with the 13-0 advantage. They've had it since 3:23 to go on the first quarter clock. 4 receivers, 3 near side, the long side of the field. Johnson's going to try to throw. He gets hung on to and taken down at 72-14 there for the Edco defense as Killian Welsh came in after getting a hold of him was Corey Closure on the play. A loss of 6. 4th down and 17 now as the ball is on the 36-yard line. As we'll see what the Lynx do here with a $1:10 and counting here on the clock. As Lynx preparing to go for it here. Johnson, no, it is Johnson in the shotgun. High snap, he's able to haul it in. Trying to throw it, get rid of it. A Viking had his left foot able to bring him down just as he let go of the ball over the middle, incomplete. As coming in and supplying that pressure and grabbing that left shoe and not letting go is David Horseman, the 5'11 sophomore. So good stand for Edco, as you talked about. Very important for them to get a stop there, and they came up with one.
Yeah, that's a big play for Edco because regardless of what happens offensively here, they get the ball to start the second half. They're right in the ball game. They just have to clean things up because they've had like 3 big penalties that are really kind of the difference in the game right now.
54 seconds on the clock here in the first half. As Stryker's going to throw left side, had his man keep running, though, as Stainer was running straight out there and not looking back for that ball. So a little miscommunication on what pattern they're running that time.
Yeah, Stainer was running a go, and Stryker was throwing a hitch, and
so it brings up a second down and 10 from the 36, 50.6 on the clock here in this second quarter. One receiver near side is Stainer. Here is going to be a handoff to the third man through. That's Rochford. He's tripped up and taken down, getting in there, getting his shoelaces. That time is Blake McGraw. As McGraw, and now North Linn will take a timeout, their second timeout. As a loss of 3 on the play, we'll bring up the third down at about 13 here for the Vikings. So North Linn wanted to get the ball back here and gain some more momentum with the third down coming up here for Edco.
Yeah, this is a critical third down for Edco. With the one block punt, I'm sure that's what North Linn is thinking now. They're just going to make them punt it again.
As both teams in their huddles, as we take a look at the series here, North Linn has won the last two meetings, the past two seasons in 2015 and 16, 40-32 in Edgewood 2 years ago and 32-22 last year, as they have met 7 times since 2008 in the past 9 seasons, as North Linn leads the series 5-2. As the last win for Edco in the series came here at North Linn, 26-14 on September 26, 2014. I think you should try that on at halftime. It looked real good on you, Jim. Third down and 14, a Cub switcher that is, and we have some lightning to our left. Sure if anybody else saw that, but I certainly did, as there is a handoff to Rochford and down. Am I seeing things? Was that camera flash or was that lightning?
I thought I saw a flash earlier, but I was the same way, kind of.
And Rochford taken down. Third down. And see about third down and 5 after the game, or 5 on the game. Okay. So third down and
fourth and 10.
Fourth down and 10 now. Thank you.
9, whatever.
There we go. As another timeout here called, as North Linn will be out of timeouts. 34.1 to go here in this first half of play. The Vikings going left to right on the fourth down. On the almost on the 37-yard line of the Vikings, and Stainer back from the 25-yard line to punt it away, and good penetration again, but getting it off as it bounces, and it'll land on the track.
Yes, that's right.
And some more lightning. Yes, indeed. As I am surprised these officials aren't seeing it. Just trying to get to halftime, I guess.
Yeah, must be.
Wow. 27 seconds to go here. 13-0 is the score in favor of North Linn. As we go right to left. And yep, they're going to call it now. Yes, I thought so. I thought that's awful dangerous. It looked awful close to toy around with, of course. And the officials get plenty of emails and communication from Todd Clark, the old Starmont boy, of course, the old Marion boy, and then was at Starmont, as you know him from over the years. But 27 seconds on the clock, and we are officially in a lightning delay right now at 7:04. As we will send you back to the studio.
My guess right now would be that we'll probably go to halftime, would be my guess, and then come back and play the 27 seconds and then start the third quarter right away. Yeah. If I was guessing, that's probably what's going to happen.
That's a good that's a good point. I've never seen this situation, but yeah, you would think, because you take this long break. Would you come back and take 27 seconds, play that, and take another 18 minutes?
To me, that wouldn't make any sense. No. You run you do whatever North Linn does, and then which means that North Linn might change their frame of mind in terms of running plays, but and then when 27 seconds run off, you just line up and kick for the third quarter would be my guess, but I don't know that.
Yes, indeed. So under the lightning delay at 7:04, as we will keep you updated here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.com, and we will let you know how this lightning delay is progressing at North Linn. North Linn leads 13-0, 27.6 to go in quarter number 2. We will let you know when we can resume, and we'll give you updates as we continue along here on this Friday night on the Area Online and Playback Game of the Week here from KMCH Sports.
Leonard Miller Funeral Home, proud to support all area athletes and coaches. Good luck for a successful season from everyone at Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory, with locations in Manchester, Strawberry Point, and Edgewood.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Your family. It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Prestige Day Spa understands all the hard work and dedication put forth by all area athletes on the field and in the classroom. Prestige Day Spa, where beauty and relaxation meet. Go Vikings!
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Look to Silver Edge Co-op for your feed, seed, agronomy, and petroleum needs. Silver Edge Co-op has locations in Delhi, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point. Silver Edge Co-op, working for you, your family, and your future. Go Vikings!
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Stop by Dyersville Comics and Games, your local comic book and gaming store today. Gaming events go on daily, and there is a great selection of comics and games to choose from. It's definitely worth a stop. Dyersville Comic and Games, located on 2nd Avenue Southeast in Dyersville. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches on a successful season.
The victory is yours at Victory Ford.
Hey, this is James Halverson, Service Manager at Victory Ford in Dyersville. Our service and parts team at Victory Ford is dedicated to keeping your car in tip-top shape. And our sales department makes buying a car easy and hassle-free. Stop out to Victory Ford in Dyersville or online at victoryfordonline.com. Good luck, athletes and coaches.
Blooms, Flowers, Gifts, and more offers a variety of beautiful fresh flowers and many gift lines. Call, email, or stop in for all of life's celebrations. See Blooms, Flowers, Gifts, and more in Edgewood. Go Vikings!
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Miss Mare's Vintage Decor would like to wish the Edgewood Vikings football team and coaches the best. Miss Mare's Vintage Decor, rustic, farmhouse, seasonal, and home decor in Edgewood. Go Vikings!
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.